Sir Bruce Forsyth, best known for hosting the Generation Game and Strictly Come Dancing, has died at the age of 89. The TV entertainer died at his home on Friday afternoon, with his wife, Wilnelia, and his children beside him. He had recently contracted bronchial pneumonia. His manager, Ian Wilson, said in a statement, "It is with great sadness that the Forsyth family announced that Sir Bruce passed away this afternoon, peacefully at his home surrounded by his wife, Wilnelia, and all his children." A couple of weeks ago, a friend visited him and asked him what he had been doing these last 18 months. With a twinkle in his eye, he responded, "I've been very, very busy, being ill." Unfortunately, not long after this, his health deteriorated and he contracted bronchial pneumonia. The family would like to express their thanks to the many people who have sent cards and letters to Bruce wishing him well over his long illness, and know that they will share in part the great loss they feel. Wilson asked that the privacy of Forsyth's family be respected. Since news of his death broke, broadcasting stars who worked alongside Forsyth have been posting their tributes on social media. This Daly, who co-starred with Forsyth on Strictly for 11 years, praised his brilliant sense of humor. "There are no words to describe how heartbroken I am to be told the saddest news, that my dear friend Sir Bruce Forsyth has passed away," Daly said. "From the moment we met, Bruce and I did nothing but laugh our way through a decade of working together on Strictly Come Dancing, and I will never forget his generosity, his brilliant sense of humor, and his drive to entertain the audiences he so loved. He has been there for me as a co-host, a mentor, but most importantly as a friend. And I'm extremely fortunate to have worked alongside the man who defined Saturday night entertainment for so many decades. He was a gentleman and a true legend, and I will miss him deeply. My heart goes out to Winnie, his wife, and his beautiful family at this sad time." Len Goodman, Strictly's former head judge, said Forsyth was one of his heroes. "He was so kind and encouraging to me, the other judges, and all those involved in the show," he said. "I used to pop round to his dressing room and chat about stars he met. The truth is there was no one I mentioned he hadn't met. His work ethic, professionalism and charm will be with me forever." One of his catchphrases was, "You're my favorite." Well, you are one of mine and the nation's favorites, Bruce. It was nice to see you nice. Current Strictly judge Craig Revel Horwood said, "Extremely sad to hear the news of Bruce's passing. A true legend and national treasure. He will be deeply missed but always remembered." The BBC Director General, Tony Hall, said, "Sir Bruce was one of the greatest entertainers our country has ever known. He has delighted millions of people and defined Saturday night television for decades, with shows like The Generation Game and, most recently, Strictly. His warmth and his wit were legendary. I've never seen anyone quite like him when it comes to performing in front of a crowd. He had a remarkable chemistry with his audience. That's what made him such an amazing professional and why he was so loved. He has been part of all of our lives, and we'll miss him dearly." Former Strictly judge Arlene Phillips paid tribute to an indestructible Titan tap dancing his way through life. She told Press Association, "Working with him on Strictly was personally a joy. His endless teasing of my judging style, particularly with strong sportsmen, was an ongoing joke. His enormous support after I was let go from the Strictly panel meant so much. He was a true national treasure, and there will never be another like him. He will be missed by many generations." The comedian and close friend Jimmy Tarbuck said last month that Forsyth was frail. He had been out of the public eye since suffering two aortic aneurysms in 2015. But his spokesman had declined to comment on reports of his poor health. Born in 1928, Forsyth enjoyed a career in show business spanning 75 years. He came to national attention in the mid-1950s through the television series Sunday Night at the London Palladium. He went on to host a number of game shows, including The Generation Game, Play Your Cards Right, The Price is Right and You Bet. He was granted an entry in Guinness World Records in 2012 for having the longest career of any male television entertainer, which began with an appearance in 1939 on BBC's Come and Be, televised when he was 11 years old. Forsyth was a father of 6, with 3 daughters from his first marriage, 2 from his second and 1 son from his last and current marriage, which was to Puerto Rican former Miss World Wilnelia Merced, whom he married in 1983.